in. Come on in. Clear your minds. Relax. Sit down. Get comfy. And just listen, right? That's all you got to do. Put your feet up. Yeah. I do want to go over a couple things before I get into my tarot today, first and foremost. But Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node, please come in. Here's a little sage in for people. I bought it in a stick this time, if you should so need it. But yeah, so come on in. I'm going to talk about a couple quick things. I'm actually pretty late about getting all of my readings done this week. Not a big deal, I suppose, but to me it was bothersome, I guess, you know. But what it was is I was down and out for a couple days because I just had to. It was like a mental wellness couple days. All right, and I'm just going to kind of get into why and why I'm bringing this up. Now, I'm a Scorpio, for those of you who don't know. So I love my spooky, scary murder mystery type things. I'm a conspiracist. I like to know. I'm an investigative kind of person, you know. So the Epstein files. All right. The wars that are going on, the inflation, right? All the stuff, right? So I've been researching and following a lot of this, and a lot of you might be. I'm not sure. It depends on everybody. But I did. I deep dove, and boy, did I. The bigness of what's going on here is really hard to process. It is so horrific and scary, sad. It makes me angry. It's, you know, it's almost like, you know, in the bigger picture, they want us to feel like we're in a hopeless situation. They want us to be suppressed, right? We know this. We know how this is working now. So yeah, anywho, I dove deep and it did. It fucked up my psyche a bit. I had to take a couple days time out and just process it. So I guess my point is, you know, depending on how much you get into things and research things, be mindful. Don't be afraid to turn the boob tube off, you know, or the internet or a lot of this stuff because it will drain you. It will depress you. It will make you feel hopeless and sad. And it's just, okay, so this is another point that I wanted to make because of all of this stuff happening. Um, I believe that on the planet, right? I believe all the Starseeds and Lightworkers are, in a sense, being called to their stations because it's getting real down here on this planet Earth, in case people haven't, you know, noticed. It's getting real. This is 2026, and we're going in hard with the fire horse energy. um, Yeah, it's a lot. I just want people to be mindful. Make sure you stay balanced. I personally haven't watched the news in years. I get my news elsewhere, right? But doesn't matter. It still affected me. So, you know, and here I thought I'm balanced. I'm okay. I know a lot about a lot of nothing. And, you know, the more you know, the more there is to know. So I didn't mean to, you know, but so just take it in strides because it will, you know. And depending on where you live, be vigilant, stay vigilant, because people, you really don't know, people are really starting to come to their own mental illnesses, right? Disorders and all. It's really starting to come to a head as a whole, right? So know this, okay? All right. So, anywho, I'm going to try and put this out of my mind because it really has made me think hard about a lot of shit. And like I said, the bigness in how this affects us is so incredible. We have to find a way to shine the light anyway and give hope anyway, because that little mustard seed is in there. And that's, hi, hon. Hi. Hi, everybody tapping in and out. There is always hope. There is always. I don't give a shit how dark it seems right now, right? You stay in that hope. You stay with your faith. If you believe and truly believe, so be it. Done. You believe. You're good. But make sure you're strong, right? You need your spiritual armor on right now. Get your knowledge. Start researching your own stuff. There's a lot of informative channels out there that aren't full of crap. Right? You know? All right. Moving on. Spirit guides, universe, angels, ancestors, possible friends of Virgos who might have passed over, the higher galactic beings that may be overseeing this act of divination after all, and the ascended masters. Please come in today and help guide and give us messages for people's best and highest good in a way that we can all understand. Please and thank you. One more, please. Oops, I'll take that one. It was the first one. Psychopath wanted to show itself. I'll be honest. It wanted to show itself. Didn't come out. All right. First, yeah, harmony. Mind, body, and spirit. I was just talking about this kind of vibe. It's about balance, peace, and happiness. Very meditative, feng shui kind of. I love cairns. That's what these are called. And I found, I shouldn't, yeah, I look up things, right? I've seen some beautiful cairns. I'll just say it. Some of them are fantastic. It's all about healing, self-care, introspection, and meditation. This is in your present. I like it. Do your work. Nicely done. Pat yourselves on the back for taking the courage to even start it, if it is a starting point. Glow up. This is what's crowning you for the next few weeks anyway. Glow up. New opportunities, new career, successful business. Somebody's glowing up. Okay. Don't forget to flip and flop your energies and genders each and every time you feel fit during the reading. Just don't force it. Hope, fear, challenge, and homework. Salty. Somebody's bitter, angry, and maybe even petty. Well, probably. Right? Somebody's salty. Is that you? Is it them? Thrills, continuous cycles, bad decisions, and addictions. Somebody's all about those thrills. Okay, so that's that. And we're going to get a little deeper with the vibe before I get into my tarot. Show me what I need to see. Somebody's glowing up. New opportunities, new career, and successful business. I like that. Oops. And somebody may be salty about that. I'm not sure. Workaholic. Somebody's a workaholic. Somebody works a lot, or something about that in the past. Not sure, but harmony, balance, peace, and happiness is right there. So it could be saying that somebody's really happy at work, which is really cool, I guess, if that's what makes you happy. But, you know, maybe it's because we're a workaholic, we need to balance. You can take that either way, right? Show me. Oops. Teacher. Somebody's a teacher. In your present, are you teaching? Are you being the wise one? Are you guiding, maybe? Or maybe you're looking for advice, or you want to learn something? I'm not sure. But it's all about healing and meditation. And I feel like a lot of you are already in this. It's not just saying it's present, but I mean, because everybody's in different timelines, right? Chaos and destruction. This is crowning you. This would be like the Tower card in tarot to me. Right above this is glow up with new opportunities, new career, and successful business. So, maybe somebody's working a lot. There's a lot of chaos and destruction at the workplace, and they are actually possibly being offered a new step up the ladder. That could be two more, and we can move on. I'm sorry about the banging in the background. I'm in the process of working on that. I don't know how much you can hear versus me. So we're going to try and look at it as white noise. Hope, fear, challenge, and homework. Something's a big fat no. Okay. Salty right over it. Bitter, angry, and petty. All right, so I always take the one on the bottom. Oh shit, she sees us. Thrills, continuous cycles, bad decisions, and addictions. Somebody knows that you have an eye on them. Somebody knows you know something, male or female, right? That's funny. You know about their continuing, they don't like it. See, they don't like it that you know, or something. I don't know. We're going to find out. I have a very pretty deck for the females out there today. This is my English tarot. Hold on. I wanted to change it up so it's a fresh deck, right? All over again. Show me what I need to see. I seriously hope you cannot hear this. I've been having a lot of issues with my neighbor, with the police. They, in fact, were here yesterday again for the third time. So I was on live doing Aquarius's reading, and it was in the background so bad I had to stop short. And I have to be honest, I hope it's not amping up like that again, because this is exactly how it was. So if you do hear it, I'm just going to kind of wing it. I really hope, if I'm not going to stop this reading, I can't. That would be so cool, not cool of her. You know, the mom who flips out. Ugh. Anyway, I have Six of Cups, Strength reversed. Show me. Six of Cups is all about nostalgia and home and roots and memories and friends and that go back, right? So I feel like this workaholic being, somebody's in harmony, somebody's working on harmony possibly, and there's a lot of root work to be done possibly, even, you know, the inner child there, you know, some of you may be looking into past life regressions, or, you know, depending on where you are in your spiritual paths, right? Strength down with teacher right over it. Somebody's feeling a little scared of the healing that they're learning about, or timid maybe. Maybe they don't feel like they have the vitality or willpower, I should say, to, I'm not sure. But yeah, Four of Swords down is expressing how unhealed and imbalanced with the chaos and destruction. So whoever's glowing up here, possibly getting promoted in a way, in a sense, right? Is feeling a little timid, you know? They need to heal. Gain your strength back by meditation as well. They don't tell you that kind of stuff in you know, every day about meditation. Meditation actually, in a nutshell, meditation cures jealousy, insecurity, right? Hate, envy, and then you just work your way up through your chakras, right? But yeah, something about that. Maybe somebody might want to look into that. and research it. I don't know. Five of Pentacles. There is a lot of loss and disappointment, but I feel like somebody definitely is feeling left out here, and something's a no. This is the hope, fear, challenge, and homework, and they're feeling salty about it. That's right above that, right? They're mad that you're not caving. You're not caving in. You're sticking to it, or something. Oh shit! She sees us. 4 of Cups. Another 4. Yeah. It just goes on and on and on. This is a beautiful card, but it does signify deep thought, you know, first and foremost. Hi, everybody. Hi, I'll give you a card. You really want me to read those questions out loud? I will. But I want you to think about that, honestly, because if you're not sure, you know, you may want to meditate and help that self-confidence if it's not true. Right, Rhonda? And Sofa or Soda. Diane, hi. You know what I mean? If you do still, that's okay. Just put yes down below to confirm, because I don't want to do that to you, you know, and it depends on everything, because I'll just say it, you know. I don't pussyfoot. It's just, you know, Chariot. Chariot. If anybody wants yes, okay. We have the Chariot here. We're going to put these cards aside. I'm going to give you a card real quick. Rhonda. Okay. Rhonda. I guess I'll use this deck. You want to know, is my husband being faithful? Should I stay with him? Kind of vibe. Okay. Spirit, give us a card for Rhonda, please, for her highest good. We have 8 of Wands down. You've already stopped talking with them. Or something stopped. Yeah, another 8, by the way. 8 of Swords. You are feeling trapped. There's a lot of confusion. Chaos and destruction can be confusing as well, and that's in that reading. 6 of Pentacles down. I don't think he is, actually. You could be just overthinking it, maybe. I don't think he is. That's the answer. One more. Hi, everybody. I am in New Hampshire. I live in New England. Yeah. South Africa. Wow. Hi. Okay. Diane, will you get married? Anybody else wants a personal reading, like a real reading, go down into my description box below. Get in touch with me on my email, and we'll chit-chat and make it happen, Captain. Okay? Is Diane going to get married? Is it going to happen? We got Father of Wands reversed. Six of Wands. One more, please. Whoops. And the Star. Wow, this is really nice. Yeah. First of all, Diane. The Father of Wands reversed, however, maybe somebody's a little timid or they're afraid to take charge, but ultimately it's You know, there's like that spreading of the wings thing above that. You know, I feel like that public acknowledgement, it's a victory card all day long, you know, and then the star, which is my favorite card, you know, wish fulfillment, healing. Very lovely. Very lovely vibe. After being timid or scared or not bossing up or whatever that is. That's what I got. You want any more, then you'll have to contact me, okay? Yeah, yeah. Return. All right, I'm gonna do one more and then I have to get back into my reading, okay? Return. I think that's what I say. Return, yeah, return. Does he love me? Okay. Does he love me for return? Spirit. Page of coins. Ten of coins reversed. One more, please. Did that turn over? No. One more. Page of Wands down. I think ultimately, yeah. He there's you know, there's like planting seeds and you know, making it happen kind of thing, you know. Ten of coins, however, I do feel like maybe it's just because he doesn't feel like there's a safety net or there's some kind of stability. Maybe that's you. Maybe that's something we need to work on. I don't know what that means, but here the Page of Wands down, I just feel like I feel like it could be a yeah, but again, I feel they're just not all the gung ho for it. Like maybe they just don't want to sign the piece of paper and they still really do, you know, love you, you know. I mean, you're going to have to discern your way through that, right? But he loves you. Yeah, see, even everybody else watching is saying, yeah, he does. He's just scared. That's a riot. All right, back to the reading for everybody else. Hi, everybody tapping in and out. That was wicked funny. All right, so we have the Four of Cups here, and oh shit, she sees us. All right. So yeah, and then we had the Chariot. So I think things happened maybe quickly in the past, about maybe had a lot to do with like your car or travel. Something happened fast, but I see that it had to do with the roots or people that you had known for a long time, right? Um, Workaholic, balance, peace, and happiness. So things are moving forward quickly, is what it's saying. Ah, you're balancing it out. Yeah, that's exactly what it's saying. All right, moving on. I need a bunch of cards, please. I'm sorry. See, when I take people's cards and it does kind of knock me off channeling for a little bit, but be back into it. Hermit, teetering on the reversal, and Teacher right over that. Somebody doesn't want to. They're scared. Somebody else is. Queen of Pentacles, first and foremost. On the other hand, I'm also feeling this could be a possibility for somebody to just be against healing altogether, you know, for whatever reason that is. Like they think it's ridiculous. I don't need healing. I'm just fine. Is that what this is saying? You know, and maybe you're trying to teach it, right? Well, you stick with the light if that's you. Right on. Who gives a shit? You know? Really, it's important stuff. Dead center in the reading. Queen of Pentacles. Chaos and destruction right over this. This is crowning you. Yeah, a very loving, nurturing vibe. I like this. You are a very loving, nurturing vibe. You're very earthy, right? You're Virgo, right? You're very grounded, possible, or it's about grounding here. If some of you Virgos are not, you know, get aligned, start doing your chakras. They only take a few minutes. You don't have to do the 12 hours, the 3 hours. 10 of Swords down. Yeah, it happened a while ago. It's painful. Somebody isn't seeing it. I feel like they're bitter, angry, but I actually feel like they're denying it. They don't, maybe to themselves or something. I'm not sure. Something's a no. Period. Okay. Hope for your challenge and homework. Ace of Wands. Oh shit, she sees us. Yeah. I feel like a lot of you are thinking of a new beginning since all of this has been down. Something that gives you drive and passion, right? But this beginning, I think, is ultimately going to make you happy. That you have a lot of, you know, passion for whatever this is coming. 10 of Cups down over here could represent the unhappy home, you know, workaholic. Is somebody working to avoid the home, working too much, you know, they need harmony, or maybe it could be, Chariot right here. So, yeah, I think you're trying to balance it. And this Chariot, it's beautiful. It is a victory card. I just love this. I want you to really, if this would focus, try and get it as much as I am able. There's a lot of detail. I don't think it's going to show as much as I can see it. Yeah, the people that this again is showing how unhealed someone is, or how important it could be, right? Because they're dealing with the storms really hard, right? And I do feel like they need to take that time out, even though they're avoiding it, or whatever that is, right? There's no excuses anymore. I just heard teacher right over that. Okay. 2 of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, 5 of Swords reversed. Yeah, they were probably not very nice, right? I feel like this is kind of a hostile energy, but it could have been a little abusive or very abusive, depending on all of you. Seven of Cups down, 8 of Swords down. All right, so everything I say in these cards as a whole, 5 of Wands down, it's about, I'm hearing this, stop fighting. So I don't know if that's like a mom telling the kids, if it's someone else talking about neighbors, stop. I don't know, but it's funny. It is about the competition. It's about the chaos and destruction coming to a halt, and what was done in the past, bringing everything to a harmony. Somebody's working really hard, and I think you're going to have to place, if they're like avoiding the home, and working a lot because they don't want to face their own shadows or what. And, it is a choice, it's free will. Don't forget, right? You're not sure what to do. When you're not sure what to do, 2 of Swords, you do the best you can. Let God do God. Let God do God. No regrets. No ifs, would'ves, should'ves, anything. Holy moly. Ivy Pock. I can't answer that on here. Not right now. That would be deep and it would take forever. I'm sorry. If you want me to answer that question, however, I wouldn't mind, but it'll have to be on the side. You'd have to go in my description and get in contact with me through my email, Yeah. So anywho, yeah, do the best you can. No could have, would haves, and should haves, and the more you think about things, okay, the more you think about things and process things, right? Um, I feel like using your intuition will guide you, right? When you're not sure what to do, what do you feel? What do you sense? When you can't see, you automatically feel, you sense, you hear better, right? It's like everything is magnified almost, right? In a sense, Seven of Cups down. Something's a big fat no. The illusion is out. Somebody is delusional, I just heard, and they're bitter. They're bitter. And that is on them. They need to do their shit, whether they want to or not. It's up to them. Free will. Again, Eight of Swords down. Yeah, you're looking for clarity. Oh shit, she sees us right over that. This is about clarity. It's coming. It is, if it isn't already. Ace of Wands, there's a new, I feel like you have a new drive, or a new some kind of chutzpah. I'm German. My grandma used to say chutzpah. It gave you some juice, some piss and vinegar, something exciting, you know. So that's good. Yeah. Oh shit, she sees us right next to it. I'm gonna give you my Slovakian tarot deck, and we're gonna get down. Oops. Show me what I need to see. All right, we got Queen of Swords reversed, Justice, the Hanged Man, Eight of Coins. Oops. Okay. Three of Swords reversed, Knight of Cups reversed. Yeah, somebody is wicked better. They are not in a good place. This could be like very mean girl energy. It could be very negative, very vile, even. I'm hearing somebody out there it's like they have a very ugly persona. Sorry to say, but that's how it's coming out, you know? Yeah, they need harmony, this person, all right? It's like because they're always angry and mad and, very unwise, could be very hurtful energies, right? Because when it's upright, is off with your head energies. Or they're avoiding that no, I'm in my truth, you need to do this, or off with your heads, something. Trying to be, I just feel like I do feel like somebody's really, really weak and scared, you know. Anywho, justice is here. It's about justice. I think a lot of you need your justice or want your justice, right? You're being justified, but it's also about making things fair, possibly. What's fair is fair. So it's how, it's going to be different. It's where you are in the story that's going to, Hanged Man, Five of Swords down. Yeah. Somebody wanted to sacrifice somebody, you know, it's like a sacrifice, like somebody has to give something up, chaos and destruction. Yeah. Well, you should sacrifice the chaos and destruction. I don't know. It's about a glow up, a new career, new possibilities, or successful business somehow, some way. Listen to your intuition always. Damn straight. Damn straight. Ivy Park. It's the one thing in this universe that we can count on 100% of the time is our intuition. Once we learn how to listen to our intuition, You know, everything else falls away, dies away, isn't, you know, so it's important. All right, so anywho, 8 of coins, 5 of pentacles. Yeah, it's very disappointing working on things, but you are mastering your lessons here, or it's about working on mastering your lessons, maybe. Hope, fear, challenge, and homework. Something's a no, it's right over this. But somebody with workaholic here, and then the 8 of coins, definitely. Maybe they should start healing while they're at work. I don't know. Somebody's bitter AF. Very salty. I don't like this energy. Like I said, it's very vile for somebody out there. 3 of Swords down and the 4 of Cups. Yeah, it was painful back when, you know? He caught, or she, somebody caused a lot of that bullshit, the chaos, you know, with everything that they've been, you know. I feel like there's a lot of users in this world, a lot of opportunists, you know. They go where the money is. They, you know, or whatever is working for them. If, you know, maybe it's a couch, a place to stay, maybe it's, you know, wherever it leads them, you know. Knight of Cups down. They don't give a shit. Workaholic, Queen of Swords down. Queen of Swords down with the Knight of Cups down. They have no empathy whatsoever. They need to balance and get it together, is what I'm seeing. I'm sorry, I've been channeling all day, so now it's starting to really come through me again, and I need to slow down, is what it is. Sometimes I have to tell them, you know, as I'm channeling, because it comes through me so fast. I'm trying to fix my camera, yeah. Oops. The Chariot down. Ha! Well, this is movement, quick movement, and here it stopped. No more car rides for you, or something. I don't know. Anyway, something's coming to a dead stop with this this energy. And I think that you're putting it to a dead stop. Queen of Wands reversed with Queen of Pentacles dead center in the reading. There's a lot of queens. Queen of Swords, Queen of Wands, Queen of Pentacles. A lot of queen energy. Queen bee. Somebody thinks they're a queen bee in that mean girl energy. Wow. Really? I don't think they would like me very much. This person, you know, you got to put this person in check. They need to fucking heal. I feel like I just heard something in the background. I don't know if you heard it. It was somebody's car alarm going off, and it beeped 3 times and then it stopped. I don't know if you could hear that. So that meant something for somebody. It could be very important for them to heal. This is like an emergency. Okay. Or something. I'm sorry. Wow. Whew. Dead center in the reading. Chaos and destruction right over this. Somebody's glowing up. Somebody's bossing up with this, you know, maybe 4 of Cups down, 10 of Swords down. Yeah, it was a while ago, trying to get over it, letting it go, learning our lessons. Somebody might have even been ostracized or feeling ostracized, like they're left out into the cold, you know, and something's a big fat no. Okay, and they're bitter, angry, and being petty. And this is what we're going to be dealing with for the next few weeks, I guess, right? You want to get away from it all, right? You have a new drive now. The Ace of Wands is right next to the 6 of Swords. Your boat is getting ready to dock on lush, dry, sunny, fertile land. Oh shit, she sees us right over us. Temperance reversed, the Fool. Yeah, very reckless. This person is out of control. Somebody is out there. This behavior is out of control, or Are people like mentally abusing people, like psychologically or something? I don't like this energy. All right, so again, the Temperance card reversed is just again referring to how their, possible inner child and things need to be balanced. These could be rooted issues in somebody's life that they may not remember even that they held on to, possibly, that need to be worked on, or whatever. Workaholic, they need to be a workaholic on healing themselves. That's really what it comes down to. They need to work on themselves and work hard. Work hard. That's it. These are the times, man. Somebody's trying to teach here and light the light, for God's sakes. Somebody's not so innocent. I just saw the Fool card. Fool is innocence, and that's the first thing that came to me. You may be the innocent one, taking a leap of faith and taking a chance and moving forward, being the teacher, trying to heal, right? It's a very hermit card energy. I like it. Working on your healing, right? But there's something about this Six of Swords down, which is dealing with the storms. This one here is Dawkin, right? Ding, 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 ding. Yeah. Synchronicities, oh my. Oh, and Ace of Wands down. Ding, 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 ding. With the Two of Swords. You're not real passionate about this, or somebody isn't, and I betcha it's that person that needs the healing, On the other hand, maybe somebody feels like they don't have a lot of, they're working on their healing, trying to heal, like feel the vitality of life again. I like that. Feel something about that. But anywho, 2 more cards and we can move on. 10 of coins here. This is the safety net. 10 of coins. 10 of coins is structure and stability, right? It could be the family unit, the whole like DNA family, like grandmas, grandpas, aunts, uncles, cousins, Knight of coins down over here. Now in this deck, everything in these cards have to do with the brutality of it, the cruelty. Yes, I knew. Mean girl spirit. They're abusing their somebody thinks they're a queen bee, and they're using that in not a good way. And boy, whoever this is, bring them to my house. Somebody needs a fucking wake-up call. A big old smack in the face even. Wow. I don't get that from spirit very often, because that's the last thing spirit's about. But sometimes what's fair is fair. And in a lot of other, or in this other deck that I have over here, it's Ragnar on the Justice card. And I don't know if you know who Ragnar is in the Vikings movie, but when he puts that sword down, that's the way it is. There might be something in that message for you. Put that staff in the ground. You can do this, and you cannot do that. Period. Queen bee, sit down. Whoever that is, male or female. I don't like this. Knight of coins down, 8 of swords down. Trying to put a stop to everything. I like that. Finding some clarity finally after a lot of this mess. Getting out of troubled waters and the hurricanes and the storms. When you're in the deep sea, right? When you're out in the deep sea and there's a bad storm, those waves can be wicked, right? So, where was it? The 6 of swords down, right? That would be dealing with it. This is landing after this. So, in a sense, I feel like you've done it or you're doing it. or you're healing. All right. I don't know if that made sense to you, how it came out, but I hope so. Yeah. And Knight of Coins down also to me, I just heard no more money for you. Somebody's not lending out any more money or they're stopping that process. Something's a big fat no. Okay. Alrighty. I'm going to do this again. And we're going to use my Wild Unknown Tarot deck. Yeah. Hi, Michelle. Hi, everybody. Wow, there's quite a few of you on here. Really cool. Okay, so anywho, yeah, somebody's refusing to change. They don't want to. I really feel they don't want to do their soul work, hermit down. They don't want to. They're going to stay stuck, or they did. I don't know if it's going to change throughout this, but very mean girl. It could have something to do with them, okay, healing a past death that they've not released fully yet. Okay. Whew. Thank you, Spirit. They may need to release that and work on that. Everything is a choice. We have memories, memories will always be with us, but releasing the pain, the hurt, the victimhood kind of, yeah. Anyway, I don't know. I'm getting a lot. So, a lot of mixed signals too. Oh, there's a card on the floor. Hold on a sec. Oh, yeah, that was. Oh, I don't know where that was. I don't know, but it's the Six of Wands down. Something's not a victory. I'll just call it whatever that meant, you know. Some illusions out, the secrets are coming out, you're starting to see, or somebody is, they're teaching, they're trying to light the light and make things right, make the scales, even Steven. But sometimes we have to be cruel to be kind of thing. There are things coming to a halt, however, and I feel like a quick halt, actually. Whoops, God, these don't even want to stay in my hands. Do you see that? Son of Pentacles. This is crowning you. Yeah, very, very slow energy, but this is planting seeds. What kind of seeds are you planting for the future? So as your wheel of the year spins, what's going to be at harvest at this point of the year? What's going to come into harvest at this point of year? What's going to be at harvest, So I like that, but it's through the chaos and destruction. So remember that we have to do what we need to do to get through that, so we can actually plant really healthy, natural, nutrient kind of seeds. Blah. This union has been off. This is a choice card for both sides. Somebody, hope, fear, challenge, and homework, with the Eight of Coins and the Five of Pentacles, somebody's learning lessons, this could be an ex, possibly. It could be in a lot of ways. It's not always personal, like between the sheets. Sometimes it's relationships of any kind. So you can place that. Daughter of Pentacles. Now we have the son and the daughter. Okay. This one's good. This is reflection, right? I do feel that cup energy, even though it's a pentacle. Reflection with that rainbow. They need to heal. They need to put the intent into it. Continuous cycles, bad decisions, and addictions. Oh shit, he sees us. Oops. You stay on it long enough in what you believe in, and you're going to create magic and make it happen. Show me. 10 of Cups down. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah. It's off. This family is not in harmony. I'm sorry to say, whoever this is, they're refusing change. They're staying stuck. It's all about healing, right? And I do feel like someone here is. But this family could be a soul family. It doesn't have to be blood. I don't know. That's another thing you can always. I know I have a lot of newer watchers on my Virgo video, so I go over a few things. This is the second, I believe, Ace of Wands. Yep. Ding, 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 ding. Except this one's reversed. This is just saying, again, there's really no drive for this. Somebody doesn't have drive. I feel like somebody doesn't have good work ethic. You know, here we got a workaholic type energy in over here, and then this one is so not. Or something. They're not driven. They're not, you know, they don't have that. I don't know what that means. Six of Swords for the third time. Ding, 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 ding. Look at that rainbow ahead. This is dead center in the reading. Look at the storms that we had to get through, though. You're getting out of troubled water, my friends. It's happening. You may not seem like it, but that's what this is all about, and you're definitely on the right path, right? You didn't want this. You don't like this breakup or separation or what. Nobody wanted it. It happens, right? These were fated experiences. And again, I go through this. How we handle these endings and beginnings is what shapes our own destinies. So that could be, you know, you can place that on your end and on theirs, right? And place it like with this reading, you know. Three of Wands down, you know nothing's growing in that field. Father of Cups, that field is dried up mud. Yep, workaholic. Not anymore. This one doesn't. This is, you know. Hi. Hello, hello. Hi. Yeah, you're happy. This is about being emotionally content, emotionally fulfilled, you know. This is like the teddy bear kind of vibe. Like I get like because it's a father, masculine energy, so even if it's a female, but in my mind I'm technically thinking of this big jolly teddy bear, like giant, you know. So that could be for you. I don't know. I like that vibe though. Somebody is very lovey. That's funny how this shit comes through sometimes. I never know what Spirit's going to say either, so. All right. Chariot down again. Ding, 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 ding. For the third time. Oh, look. Three birds of a feather. Yeah. That's the Mad Hatter's Tea Party right there card, though, however. There is a celebration to be had. There is celebrations afoot. Things are coming to a stop, however. There's chaos and destruction. And whoever did the dirty deeds, it is about that anyway, if it hasn't stopped already. Mad Hatter's Tea Party, they keep on, you know. But on the other hand, it is a happy card, so you can place it and flop it. Yeah, the time is now. This is about being released, right? Being free, being wow. Yeah. Oh shit, she sees us, you know, from these continuous bad choices. Okay. Five of Wands. Ding, 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 ding. Right? Very competitive. Chaos and destruction. Didn't I have it here, though, on the other hand? I don't know. I probably did. You know what I mean. Look at all that chaos and destruction right there. This is very immature, very petty. Somebody needs to grow the heck up. I'll say it. They need to grow up. Somebody needs to take responsibility. You know? Who knows? This could be like a child still living with their parents and they're in their 30s or 40s. Who knows, you know? They need to grow up. They need to go out into the world and expand the big, beautiful world, you know? Hi, I will tell them. I have sass and I have frass. So those of you who are new, know that because, you know, sometimes I can put it out there and I don't really always want to. Of course, It is, depends on everything that comes out, but I don't pussyfoot, you know, and that's one thing. I'm going to give you a familiar oracle. We're going to change it up a notch. Newt, urgency. Didn't I say that when we heard I heard that beeping like a 911? This is urgent for these people or person. Wow. I don't know if, and I opened right up to it. I don't know if I've ever seen this card before. I've had this deck for a couple years. I can't make it up. This is blowing my mind. All right, check it out. Don't forget to flip and flop your energies and genders should you need to. What are you waiting for? Time is running out. You really need to stoke the fires within and get a move on. Whatever it is that you have been hesitant about, waiting for just the right moment, the stars to align, and so on, is about to pass you by. So stop whatever else you're doing and get on with the really important task at hand. You may not get the chance to tell someone that you care about them or that you want them to stay. The offer to travel won't wait, nor will your passport be valid for much longer. The place on course held for you will go to another unless you act. Unless now. Sorry. Just saying you intend to do something or say something no longer holds currency. Yeah, just because you say it, you have to actually do it. It's like action, man. Okay, I get it. Call on me to get things done and moving quickly. There is nothing I can't scale, no nook or cranny I can't reach to ensure that you have all the knowledge, energy, and confidence that you need to make things happen and happen fast. Side note, you are being urged to learn more about the craft before you practice it. That's for those of you who dabble. There are things that have been missed. Don't let a bad situation fester. Seek to clear the air now. Clear your debts if you can. The money is not yours to gamble with. Whoever was lending out money, and I heard that message, not lending out, not or what could pertain to that. It's amazing how these. I'm the one reading, and it still amazes me some of the messages that come through. It just blows my mind. All right. Air and imagination. I'll show you the card in just a second. Okay, don't forget to flip and flop. The power of air sweeps through your imagination, urging you to believe what you see, for you have been blessed with second sight. Strange shapes in the sky, vivid colors as you close your eyes, sighting repetitive signs and symbols all confirm your natural clairvoyance. A canny gift for a witch indeed. So disregard your doubts about your ability of seeing clearly, for these fears blow you off course. Instead, stand firm in the eye of the storm and know that your visions are valid. For your information, for your imagination is the gateway to real magic that beckons a world you've been longing to discover. Call upon the spirits of the air to enhance your creativity and meditation abilities and to stimulate your mind as you light incense, a yellow candle, and face in the direction of the east. This is a great time for fertility as air blows you in the direction of new beginnings. So throw caution to the wind and watch as your visions manifest into reality. Wow, I really like that card. Side note, work with the element of air to still the mind. Meditate daily. Start a new project. Trust your second sight. Write, paint, or draw. Get outside if you're able. Hear the wind. Take long walks or even skydive. You couldn't pay me. to skydive. You couldn't pay me. But maybe you, I don't know. Beautiful card. Yeah, no kidding, huh? Yeah, somebody's a sweetheart out there. A female for sure, this is talking about. Two of diamonds. What else, Spirit? Oh, nice. 5 of clubs, the clover, good tidings. Somebody may be Irish out there just to boot. I don't know. I never got that with this before, but it makes sense, right? Oh, yeah, March. We're coming up to St. Patty's Day. All right. Maybe it did come out for a reason, huh? All right. I like it. It's good luck, good fortune after a very, very difficult situation. All right. We got the King of Spades. The bride ensures for a single person the fulfillment of their highest aims. And if it's turbulent married life. They can be happy if they want to. It's a choice. That's what I get out of that. The single person, more than likely female. It is a choice. Be nice, damn it. I feel like a kindergarten teacher. You can't say anything nice or be nice, then don't say or whatever at all. 10 of diamonds. Very disappointing. 10s are endings. It's very disappointing, but it is ending the bullshit. It's scything it right out. And that's what it's about, right? So if you are, in fact, on the course of this, just know you are on the right path, as difficult as it may seem. And we have the fox. We know fox, metaphorically, are very cunning, deceiving. You can't trust them. It's like you know who to trust and who not to. Let's put it that way, Virgo. Right? You know who. I'm going to give you a rune and we will close this out. Wow, we're over an hour already. Huh. Okay. First one on the table. Long hidden friend. That's the back. Long hidden friend. A guide for travelers lost and found. He leads you to safety without a word or a sound. Some of you singles may be meeting somebody new. On the other hand, I feel like that's a beautiful card. I feel like one of your friends may help lead you out of this or something in a very nonchalant way. Does that make sense? You should always trust God, the Most High, or Source. All of it. It's all the same. The divine. A lot to think about in this reading, Virgo. Marinade, marinade, marinade. 4 cups. Think, process, right? Make good choices. You're doing what's right, All right, be cool, be kind, be patient, and please just be a good human. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If anyone would like a personal, you can get in touch with me through my email, the description below. Get in contact with me and we'll make it happen, Captain. Till we meet again.